This video contains footage of a game that contains imagery, subject matter, and themes that may be unsafe for some people. Check the description for more details. Okay, where are we counting from?
And I'm Kelsey.
I'm Quinn. This is the third time.
And that's Armin.
Yeah.
And this is Mia.
It's great.
It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori.
But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a bit too much. No, do
something.
Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking the 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting me up a storm. I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Whoop, whoop. Funnily enough, I feel the same way as Natsuki about the event.
No music.
I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend my time with
What?
You're breathing heavily.
No, Armin just made a comment. I responded to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, is this it?
Just keep going.
So I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
Oh, I'm sure. Quinn!
Oh,
That's me! Quinn!
Your first one here. Dang it. I'll cut that out.
You're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we were performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like. I touched his nipples. Maybe that one. It's that one.
The one Quinn read to his whole class in high school.
Alright.
Yeah.
And submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think on days this important, she tried a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing that's not nearly as simple for her.
I'm glad that he understands depression pretty soon.
And this is treating it with respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Him being like, okay, well now that I feel that, why did I say that? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I only say it because that's the way that's what I'm used to thinking.
That's
Yeah.
valid.
But maybe I should have gone with wake her up after all. Yes.
That's
Probably.
a good idea.
You take a little responsibility for her, Quinn. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Excuse me. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know?
Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club president after all.
But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
Okay.
Let's get the mouse off her boob. Monica's being friendly as usual. But for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Jesus.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk.
You know, I was looking forward to the horror, but now that this is happening, I don't want it to
I
happen.
don't want it. They should make a spin-off. Oh yeah.
Where everything's just happy.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Or if she shows depression, it's a nice story.
yeah. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I'm curious about something. Alright, good. Sounds. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones that they performed during practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones you practiced. It's one I haven't read before.
Oh my god. Okay,
No,
that's me.
the-
Get out of my head. 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 Yes, I do. Get out of my head. 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 Get out. Okay, I'll skip this much. Get out of my head. 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 Get out of my head.
Hey,
It says I can scroll. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving.
Oh no.
At least it kind of rhymed.
Armin!
What's this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach.
Quinn? What's wrong?
Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori has written. But no more than that. I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so...
Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay?
I quickly leave the classroom.
Just rinse out of it.
Don't strain yourself.
Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace.
Just keep going. Just sprint.
What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to wait for her, or at least wake her up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door.
Not gonna answer.
I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in.
Alright.
Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. It really is something a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, you dummy. There's no response.
Okay.
I really didn't want to have to enter the room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy?
Of course.
But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door.
Oh, for f***'s sake!
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
I have a confession.
Mm-hmm.
I know everything that happens in this.
Really?
Yeah.
Everything?
Yeah.
How?
Me too,
So you
man.
watched it?
An exception has occurred. A file, game script, CHRPY, line
You
307.
could have just said you knew that everything was gonna happen.
See traceback TXT for details.
How come you lied?
I don't know.
I knew this was gonna happen.
I didn't.
I know. I don't know anything else that happens after this, but I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh.
Because when I was like, I know there's a spoiler character, and Armin was like, oh yeah. I'm like, do you know which one it is? And he was like, oh yeah, that one? And I thought he was just guessing, but you did actually know.
Yeah.
Did you watch the playthrough
Do you know the
of
rest
it?
of it, or?
Yeah, I do.
You watched the playthrough of it?
Yeah, I've seen.
Man.
I mean, I've seen.
It's a horror game, Quinn.
I've seen Markiplier.
Oh, this hurts.
I've seen all of those guys play through it.
Oh, damn.
I hate this.
This is sad. I knew. I was pretty sure this was gonna happen, and it made me sad.
Oh, I feel actual pain.
There.
What in the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare?
No.
It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this is gonna be real. Sorry I wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and everything would be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How can I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I convince her and make her even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. Swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it had always been,
Mia.
then I could have prevented this.
Even if you just say you want to be friends, this still happens, right? Yeah.
I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different.
Kinda is.
I only had one chance and I wasn't
Nothing else
careful
happens.
enough. I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Oh.